Have you ever wondered what the Kenya Defense Forces would do to protect President Ruto and his family if a strange aircraft flew over State House? There are two ways to know what would happen. Number one is to join the army and find your way into State House security team, or you stay tuned in as we reveal the secrets. State House Nairobi is protected under the law in Chapter 204 of the Protected Areas Act. The airspace above State House is a military airspace designated as Kenya Air Force Military Operations Area, MOA. This is an area where the Kenyan Air Force conducts non-hazardous exercises. It is a prohibited airspace for other aircrafts or airlines. Any unknown aircraft flying over State House poses a grave danger to President Ruto and the First Family, including Charlene Ruto, inasmuch as the Ruto-Gachagua politics is the prevailing wave in this country. The president remains a symbol of national unity, and the air above his residence remains guarded at whatever cost. If a civilian aircraft dares to fly over State House, it will be given warning and driven out of the airspace, to say the least. A foreign military aircraft, on the other hand, will be promptly shot down. Kenya Air Force would quickly dispatch jet fighters to destroy it as soon as it's possible, or whichever is convenient. Such a situation has never been witnessed in Kenya, but with the ever-evolving global threats such as electronic warfare taking center stage, anything is possible. The recent deployment of the Kenya Defense Forces to assist police in maintaining law and order is a red flag, indicating that the Kenyan government could be anticipating a massive civil coup or civil disobedience in levels that have never before been witnessed. The rules involving sovereign government airspaces were majorly developed by the Chicago Convention of the year 1944. This was the very first article of the convention, and it declares that every contracting state recognizes that every state has a complete and exclusive sovereignty over the airspace above its territory. The Convention on International Civil Aviation, ICAO, an arm of the United Nations, also declare that no military or police aircraft of a contracting state shall fly over the territory of another state or land thereon without authorization by special agreement or detectives otherwise. If a military aircraft of an ICAO member violates the airspace of another, the violated country will decide on how to handle the situation. In most cases, the violating aircraft would be shot down. It is worth noting that the violated country does not have the right to declare war, inasmuch as it may want to do. In the year 2020, non-AMISOM members of the Ethiopian National Defense Forces in Somalia shot down a Kenyan cargo plane, leading to 6 deaths as a result of what was termed as quote-unquote mistaken identity. The troops that were guarding the Badele airstrip in Baidoa classified the plane's unusual flight towards the facility as a potential suicide mission. This had resulted to a lot of legal and diplomatic questions of what the forces were doing in Somalia. Whereas the aircraft with the registration 5YAXO operated by the Kenyan company African Express had obtained permission from the Somali Civil Aviation Authority to fly from Mogadishu to Baidoa and back. Ethiopian forces claimed they had no confirmation. Even still, it is an example of a civilian aircraft shot in a foreign active military zone. Meanwhile, Chinese surveillance balloons, or spy balloons, as one might call them, have been seen over a number of countries, including the monstrous United States of America, Taiwan, and Japan. These countries have only had a few retaliation options, with the first one being not doing anything at all. The second and most popular option is usually to shoot it down. If you love this content, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more informative content such as this.